everybody out there in the bookverse, it's Stephanie, and today I am back with my final TBR video of 2023. It feels kind of crazy that we are already to the end of 2023. This has felt like one of the quickest and longest years of my entire life. I was in grad school, I'm still in grad school, and so it has been very long in that aspect, but also I have been really busy doing a lot of different things, and so it has gone quickly. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this is the final TBR Star Hop for the year of 2023. I'm hoping that it is nice because I will be finishing up my degree in this month, but I'll have like a week at the end of the month where I can do a lot of reading, so I could fit some books in there if I don't get like hardly any reading done until that point in the month, which could very well happen. But before we see what books we get, we're gonna have to look back and see how I did for the month of November. Now, if you remember, November was actually extraordinarily nice to me. I think it's because I didn't actually cheat for once, but this is my stack for the month of November. It was only 5 books, which is so reasonable. I don't remember any of them were for. So we had Half a Soul, which was for a buddy read, which I did read. We had Radiance for a person on the cover, and that one I did read as well. We had A Strange and Stubborn Endurance for a random number generator pick, which I read. We had Defiant for the final book in a series, which I have started. Give me a little bit of a break. It didn't come out until towards the end of the month. And then we have Inheritance for a book over 700 pages, which I also did read. If you watch the video of my mini Star Hop game that I played with my patrons at the beginning of the month, all of these books except Defiant were read during that readathon. It was crazy. I got so many done, but Defiant is the only one that I have not finished, and I will finish it in the month of December, but I have started it, and the rule is if I have started my final book before the end of the month, I win. So I have won for the month of November. I am so happy about that. It's needed because I have 2 extra black holes on the board, and now I get to remove one of them. Okay, here we go. We get to remove a black hole off the board, which I am so excited about. And I am choosing to remove this one because 1, it's further along, and 2, it's on a star. This one's on a sun, so I just think this is the better choice. Fingers crossed that I made the right one. Okay, here we go with the first roll. We get a 4, not big, but okay. I honestly don't know if I've ever hit this comet before, but sweet. Comets are free spots, and I can just move on to the next roll. Okay. 9. Oh, beautiful. I'm liking it. Whew, that was close, but we got a star. Our prompt is going to be hardcover. That is very easily doable. I can do that. Okay, for the first roll, we got a comet, which is a great way to start. And then the second one, we got a star prompt, which I love. And the prompt is a hardcover book. And I don't think anyone's going to be surprised whatsoever that this is the book that I'm choosing, but I'm going with Mertag by Christopher Paolini. This is kind of a sequel companion novel to the Aragon series, The Inheritance Cycle, which I have been reading. If you've been watching my TBR videos, there has been an Aragon book on my TBR for the last 4 or 5 months. So very happy to be able to put this on. I am really excited to read it. This follows Mertag and Thorn, who were very prominent characters in the original series, and this is from their perspective, and it is signed by Christopher Paolini because I went to Dragonsteel and he signed it there. So I'm really looking forward to jumping into this book. I have actually already started it. I was wanting to read it before Dragonsteel. I just didn't end up having time. So I have already started it, and I'm not super far into it, but a little bit. So really happy to put this one on here. I am so excited to read it. I am hoping though that I did not just jinx myself by putting a fairly chunky high fantasy book as my first pick, because I feel like anytime I do that, it tends to come back and bite me. So ooh, fingers crossed that this is not a jinx, but I'm just really excited about it. So I had to put it on. Okay, be nice to me. We're coming up on that black hole. And we get a 7. I honestly have no idea. Whew, once again, very close, but I will take it. I'm liking that. Okay, our prompt is royalty. Again, not too bad. I read a lot of fantasy. Okay, next prompt, we got another star, which I love, and the prompt is royalty, which, as y'all know, I read a lot of fantasy, so this is pretty easy to fill, and I have decided to go with All the Hidden Trails by Foz Meadows, I think is the author. I read A Strange and Stubborn Endurance in November, and so wanted to get into this one because it is going to be released at the very beginning of December, and I will be buddy reading it with my friend Sophia, like I did with the last one. I liked A Strange and Stubborn Endurance. I didn't absolutely love it, so I am intrigued to see where we go with this sequel because the last one ended in such a way that it did feel like a conclusion to a story. I can't imagine where we're going to go with the next one. I don't really know if it's going to be a companion and follow different characters, which I think I might like, or if it's going to be following our same main kind of couple as the first one. So interested to see where we go. I do love buddy reading with Sophia too because she is just such a good friend. So I am going to have fun with this regardless. But yeah, putting this one on here, I really hope I enjoy it. This is an adult high fantasy story and it has a lot to do with like dealing with trauma. It has a lot of like politics and like cultural things going on. It does have a really sweet, good romance that is just easy to root for. So definitely hoping that this second one maybe irons out some of the things I didn't love about the first one, and then I can just kind of enjoy everything that I did love about it in the second one. Okay, feeling decent that I won't, at least won't hit that black hole. 9. Oh, wow. This is being oddly nice to me. I'm starting to get a little nervous. Wow. Wow. We are one place from hitting these on like almost every roll. That is crazy. Okay, double star. So our prompts are going to be a standalone romance. That's doable. That's doable. A lot of romances are standalone. Okay, so we got a double prompt, which is kind of a little nerve-wracking all the time, but we had 2 stars and the prompts were standalone and romance. And I am not going to lie to you, I never thought that I would be putting on a Brandon Sanderson book for these prompts, but I am going to be putting on Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. This was one of his like surprise novels that he released through his Kickstarter, and I have on good authority from a girl that I was in line behind at Dragonsteel for the signing that this is a romance. It's a he said, she said romance, so we get things from her perspective and his perspective, which I am very intrigued by. I don't know anything else about this book and I don't really want to know anything about it. I want to go into it blind. I am really excited for this one. I absolutely adored Tress and I didn't really like the Frugal Wizard's handbook, but I have heard that if you loved Tress, this one is probably the other one that you're going to love the most out of his secret novels. So really excited about it, but also look at this cover. Like, it is stunning. It is absolutely gorgeous. Plus, on the like kind of cool side, where is it? It is signed by Brandon Sanderson. I got it signed at Dragonsteel. So excited about it. This is one of the most beautiful books that I own. I will, of course, not be reading this copy of it. This one is going to be sitting on the shelf just looking gorgeous. But when I purchased these through the Kickstarter, we got a like ebook and audiobook along with it. And so I will be reading those. I'm going on quite a long trip at the end of December. I'm going to be driving to Texas for Christmas, which I am excited to do, but it is going to be a journey. And so I am hoping that I'll be reading this book on that drive. That's kind of my goal. So yeah, I'm very happy that the game allowed me to put this on my official TBR because it was going to be read this month anyways. Okay. Literally anything but a 6. and we are in good shape. We are only avoiding 1 out of 12 numbers. I think that should be okay. Come on, be nice to me. 3, okay? Okay, that's fine, it's not a 6. Another star. We've gotten all star prompts this game. Okay, what is it? An audiobook. Again, I like this prompt. This is a good one. Man, the game is just, it's loving me. And I am here for the love that the game is showing me this month. We got a star prompt and the prompt is audiobook. And for this one, I am able to fit on the other secret novel that I have not read from Brandon Sanderson's Kickstarter. So I'm going to be finishing out these secret novels before the end of the year, which was kind of my goal to do anyway. So very happy to be fitting The Sunlit Man on here. Again, look at this cover. It's gorgeous. Oh, and the back of this one is also stunning. I just think that the art, the like presentation, the quality of these secret novels are unmatched. They're gorgeous. They're stunning. Like, I just want to own more copies of them because they are so gorgeous, even though I don't need to. Like, I just love them that much. I don't know why. Like, these just like, they speak to me. I love how they look. I don't think I actually like that these are sprayed edges though. I rarely will say that, but every other special edition, well, every other secret novel special edition does not have sprayed edges. So this one just doesn't match. And I don't love that. I don't love that artistic choice. Someone probably had a reasoning, but for me, that should not have happened. I, again, don't really know a lot about this one, and I don't want to. What I do know about this one from the girl that sat next to me in the line for the signing for Brandon Sanderson at Dragonsteel is that this is kind of a high fantasy thriller with a lot of Cosmere connections, which I am really excited for. She said particularly Stormlight Archive, so if anyone hasn't read the Stormlight Archive, I'd probably recommend not reading this according to her. I haven't read it yet, but you know, just like good to know, right? I just have no idea what this is going to be about, but I did see a t-shirt at Dragonsteel that was like the first ever sunlit planet run or something like that t-shirt. I think it, so I'm thinking this might be like kind of a small planet and they like run around it. I have no idea, but that sounds absolutely amazing as a t-shirt, and I'm kind of sad I didn't get it, but I didn't want to get anything out of books I hadn't read yet. I'm so excited to jump into this one. I loved Tress so much that I'm really hoping that Yumi and Sunlit Man live up to just that experience that I had with reading Tress. I can't wait to jump into this one, and I'm gonna have finished all of the secret novels before the end of the year. That was one of my goals, and so I'm very happy that the game is kind of playing along with me and allowing me to fit them onto my official TBR so I don't have to, you know, try to fit them on around the other books that I have to read. Okay, now we want anything but a 3. Odds have got to be low of getting a 3 twice in a row. Nah, an 11. Woo, this was a good game. Boom! We have completed the game. I am really excited about this one. I feel like I got some good prompts and it wasn't too overwhelming. This was a really good round. Okay, let's go see what we get with the spinner wheel. Okay, we are at the end. The game loved me today. I am so happy about this. This was exactly what I needed. I fit on books that I really wanted to. I fit on buddy read, I think just one buddy read, but I am very much looking forward to the books that are on my list for the end of the year. So, okay, let me go ahead, open the spinner wheel. We have kept the sunlight as well, which is also kind of rare because where I live, the sun is much shorter at this time of year. I know it is for a lot of people, but you know, like I lose it quite quickly. So I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be good for this whole time because I didn't get up and get going as quick as I would have liked. But anyways, here we are. I have now brought up the wheel. For those of you who don't know, I spin a wheel, it gives me a prompt, and then I have 10 seconds to find a book that fits that prompt, or I have to spin again. Oh, there's those. And if I spin the same prompt that I spun last month, I also have to spin again. Last month was person on the cover. Whew, here we go. 350 to 400 pages. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ooh, assistant to the, this has got to be close. This has got to be close. This is, ah, where is it? Oh, I get it. I get it. Whew, okay. Well, I haven't lost in a while. So I guess, you know, this game was going very well. So this isn't horrible. It's fine. It's fine. I thought Assistant to the Villain might work, but no, it is just under 350 pages. It's 337. So let me go find a book that is between 350 to 400 pages that I can add onto this list, and then I'll be back to spin again. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to go with Seven Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb. This actually is a book that I am buddy reading with my niece. She asked me if I would buddy read it with her last month, so I'm a little bit behind because she was going to play my game along with me in November, which I absolutely love, and so we are buddy reading this book. So we will go ahead and put Seven Faceless Saints on. This is a YA fantasy set in a world where the descendants of the saints have magical abilities, and then some people will be unfavored or not have magic, and they're kind of the grunts of the society, right? It's very hierarchical? I don't really know. But anyway, that's what we are going to be reading for this prompt. I don't have it physically, so it wouldn't have been able to be like found during the time frame, but it is 400 pages according to Goodreads. I am reading it through my library. So yeah, that's going to go on the list, and we are going to spin again. It has been quite a while since I was not able to find a book that fits the prompt, but I will say that that is probably the most difficult prompt, and some months I'll kind of prepare and be like, oh, this one would fit it, but this month I obviously did not. So it's okay though, because this is one I was going to read anyways. So yeah. Let's go ahead, we'll spin again, and hopefully I am a little quicker on this next one. 10 seconds felt very fast that time, when usually it feels like a really long time. Okay, here we go, spinning again. Yes, okay. TikTok, okay. This is easy. Assistant to the Villain. I just found this one for the last prompt, so it was kind of just sitting there nice and ready for me. Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, I think is how you pronounce that, is very popular on TikTok. I feel like this one kind of came after the Fourth Wing hype. This is from the same publishing company or imprint as Fourth Wing, and so was kind of marketed in a similar way. This one, though, I believe is more of a cozy fantasy. It has a lot of humor. It's about this woman who gets a job as the assistant to the villain, and I believe it is a romance between those two. I'm intrigued by it. I got this one just like on a walk to Barnes & Noble. I've heard a lot of people talking about it on TikTok, and so I'm just kind of excited to try it out. I think this will be a really fun book to read just in a light-hearted mood where I just don't want anything too serious, nothing too complex, just easy read, easily digestible, fun, little bit of romance thrown in there. That's what I'm going for with this. So really hoping that I'm going to love it, because Fourth Wing was not my favorite, but I don't know. I think this could be good. I have high hopes for it. Plus, it doesn't look too long. I mean, it is over 300 pages, but I just think it'll be a very quick read. So yeah, this is the final book on my list. Okay, looking at the stack for the month of December, it doesn't look too daunting, but then I have to keep in mind that I have a couple books that I don't own that are also on here. So we have All the Hidden Trails for a book with royalty in it. We have The Seven Faceless Saints for a book 350 to 400 pages. We have Assistant to the Villain for a spinner wheel TikTok book. We have The Sunlit Man for an audiobook. We have Yumi and the Nightmare Painter for a standalone fantasy book, standalone romance book, and we have Murtagh for a hardcover. I think this is pretty reasonable. I do have a little bit of longer books on there. I think, like, particularly these two, but Sunlit Man isn't that short either, and I do feel like Brandon Sanderson books are longer than they look quite frequently, but they also read fairly quickly for me as well. So I think that this is doable as long as I have a lot of reading time in that final week of the month. I also am hopefully going to be doing a Patreon mini Star Hop readathon at the end of the month. It's not 100% set in stone, but I am really hoping that that is going to happen. So that would definitely help me get through a lot of these books as well. I just felt like it'd be a really fun way to end out the year, wrap it up well with a readathon. So yeah, that's definitely on the list of things to do to help me get through my books. But I am just so excited for all of these, particularly these 3. I cannot wait. I feel like I've been looking forward to these books all year. So yeah, this is going to be a great month. I'm so excited for so many of these books. Plus I have to finish Defiant as well, which is another Brandon Sanderson book. So there are 3 Brandon Sanderson books on this list, which is kind of insane. It's been a while since I had that many. Whew. Okay. That is the end of this month. I feel like it went so well. The game worked really well with me to fit books on that I wanted to read. It was nice to me. It didn't make it out of control. This feels like it's going to be such a good month. It's going to be a great ending to 2023. I'm going to finish school. I'm going to read great books. It's just going to be a good time. So let me know which of these books you think I am going to absolutely love. If you have read either of the secret novels, Yumi and the Sunlit Man, and you've been watching my channel, you kind of know my taste. Let me know if you think I'm going to love them, which one you think I will love the most. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new content. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.